Let me tell you something that changed my entire outlook on success. And trust me, it's not what they teach in school. Imagine this. You're 19 years old, just graduated high school, or maybe you didn't graduate at all, and you've got zero skills beyond flipping burgers or mowing lawns. Sounds bleak, right? But here's the twist. For $600 and 3 days of training, you could become certified as a personal trainer. Suddenly, instead of earning $10 an hour, you're pulling in $40 an hour. That's quadrupling your income practically overnight. Doesn't that sound like a no-brainer? But here's where most people go wrong. They think about investing only in terms of putting their money into stocks, real estate, or some shiny get-rich-quick scheme. Don't get me wrong, if you invest in index funds or rental properties, you'll probably see steady growth over time. It's safe, predictable, and boring. Safe is fine if you want to live comfortably, but safe won't make you extraordinary. The truth is, the greatest investment you can ever make isn't in assets, it's in you. Your ability to solve problems, create value, and charge accordingly is the ultimate wealth generator. Let me explain why. A few months ago, I visited my friend Mia, who runs a co-living space for young creatives. One evening, we were sitting around the kitchen table when one of her housemates, a guy named Alex, pulled out his laptop and said, "Yo, I've got $8,000 saved up right now. What should I do with it?" He wasn't asking because he wanted to splurge on sneakers or take a vacation. No, he was looking for ways to grow his money. He already had his emergency fund sorted, his retirement account set up, and still had extra cash burning a hole in his pocket, so naturally he turned to me. I smiled and asked him a question that stopped him cold. "Alex, would you rather put that $8,000 into something that might give you a 10% return next year, or use it to learn a skill that could double or triple your income forever?" His eyes lit up. That's when it hit him. Investing in yourself is the fastest way to multiply your earning potential. Think about it. If you spend $2,000 on a course teaching you digital marketing, or $3,000 learning graphic design, or even $5,000 mastering public speaking, you're not just buying information, you're buying access to a whole new level of opportunity. For instance, let's say you become proficient in email marketing, charge $50 per hour, work 20 hours a week, and suddenly you're making $4,000 a month. Do the math. That initial $2,000 investment pays for itself in less than 2 months. Now compare that to dumping $2,000 into the stock market. Sure, you might earn 7–10% annually, but how does that stack up against doubling or tripling your hourly rate? Not even close. Here's the deal. Money doesn't grow by sitting idle. It grows when you leverage it to build skills, gain knowledge, and expand your capacity to deliver value. The richest people in the world don't sit back waiting for dividends. They actively seek out opportunities to solve bigger problems and command higher fees. Take Sarah, for example. She started as a freelance writer charging $25 an hour. After 6 months of reinvesting her earnings into advanced copywriting courses and mentorships, she raised her rates to $150 an hour. Fast forward 2 years, and she's running a content agency serving Fortune 500 clients. Her annual revenue? Over $500,000, all because she kept pouring her profits back into herself. So here's the blueprint I want you to follow. 1. Live lean. Cut out the nonsense. Stop spending money on designer clothes, fancy coffees, and impulse buys. Every dollar you save is a dollar you can reinvest in your future. 2. Invest in skills. Take every penny you save and funnel it into courses, coaching, workshops, and seminars. These aren't expenses. They're investments in your earning power. 3. Stack your abilities. Once you master one skill, layer another on top. If you're great at photography, learn video editing. If you excel at sales, study psychology. Each new skill exponentially increases your value. For instance, imagine you're a social media manager. Start by mastering Instagram ads, then add podcast production to your toolkit. Next, dive into branding and storytelling. Before long, you're not just managing posts, you're crafting full-blown marketing campaigns. And guess what? Clients will happily pay top dollar for someone who can handle everything under one roof. But here's the catch. Success requires patience. Too many people quit halfway through building their bridge to financial freedom. They start learning coding, then switch to photography, then dabble in dropshipping, all without finishing anything. Meanwhile, the smart ones focus on laying each brick until the bridge is complete. Even if you're 80% done and haven't seen results yet, keep going. Persistence wins every time. And here's a little secret. The best teachers are everywhere. Follow creators whose free content inspires you. Watch their videos, read their blogs, and absorb their wisdom. When you find someone whose style clicks with you, invest in their paid programs. Why? Because if they're providing incredible value for free, imagine what they'll teach you behind the paywall. Let's talk numbers for a second. Suppose you dedicate $1,500 a month to self-investment. Within a year, you'll have spent $18,000. But look at the ROI. Maybe you went from earning $15 an hour to $75 an hour. At 40 hours a week, that's an extra $120,000 annually. Suddenly, that $18,000 looks like the best money you've ever spent. Compare that to a traditional college degree. 4 years, $100,000 in debt, and no guarantee of a job. Meanwhile, the entrepreneurial path lets you start seeing returns almost immediately. By the end of your first year, you could be out earning your peers with 4-year degrees and doing work you actually enjoy. Oh, and one more thing. Replicate before you innovate. When you learn a new strategy, don't try to put your spin on it right away. Master the basics first. Once you've proven you can duplicate the results others are getting, then you can customize. Let me leave you with this final thought. Picture your dream life. Is it traveling the world, starting a business, building generational wealth? Whatever it is, remember this. The only person standing between you and that vision is you. But here's the good news. You hold all the power. Invest in yourself relentlessly, stay disciplined, and refuse to settle for mediocrity. Because here's the truth. People like Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, and Beyonce didn't get to where they are by playing it safe. They invested in themselves, they took risks, they solved big problems, and so can you. So, are you ready to rewrite your story? Are you ready to stop wasting time and start stacking bricks toward your dreams? If the answer is yes, then let today be day one. Commit to being a lifelong learner. Surround yourself with mentors. And never forget, the greatest asset you'll ever own is you. Go build your empire. The world is waiting.